Welcome back to the second episode of this tutorial video. This is the sleeve making. Okay, you see how the sleeve is looking on my sister. This is exactly how I made this sleeve, and this is where I got my inspiration from. This is one of my sleeve shirts. The shirt is ready made, so I had to use this exact same way to make my shirt. You can see the opening, you can see the sleeve is, this band is almost 2 inches, so I used 2 inches for the length of my sleeve band. So you can see the opening here is almost 2 inches as well. So guys, let's hop into the making of this shirt. So I folded my material into two and then go ahead to get my basic shirt. I will not go into details because this is not going to be my area of concentration in this video, but looking at what I am doing, you will know that this is the drafting of the basic shirt. Okay, so for the full length of this shirt I used 26 inches, then minus 2 inches for the sleeve band. Okay, and that sleeve band is going to be having a button. Okay, so just go ahead to draft, cut out your basic sleeve, your shirt basic sleeve. For the, I came down by 4.5 inch. This is not a fitted shirt. Okay, I came down by 4.5 inch from my starting line. So after getting my bicep, I had to place to get my armhole measurement this way, as you are seeing on the video, and then after placing it this way on the S curve, I will then mark it. Please make sure you do this thing you are seeing. Do not use the measurement of your bicep, use your armhole measurement and place it on this S curve, and then get your full length. You can mark your short sleeve or mark the full length all the way from this starting point. Okay, so after getting it, I will impute my circumference for my wrist, for my elbow, and then I added 1 inch, as you can see on the video, and then use my chalk to connect my points together. And then after that, I will go ahead to cut out my shirt pattern. As you can see, I cut it directly on my fabric because I do not have any paper left. So this is just basically it, guys. So we can go ahead in the making and coupling of the sleeve. Okay, so right now I'll get the center point of my sleeve, as you can see, that is on the armhole area, and then spread it out. So after doing that, remember I said the sleeve band is 2 inches for the length. Then you add your sewing allowance. You can see it here already, and I went to gum collar stay on this sleeve. Okay, so I'll go ahead to fold it into two. You can see 2 inch plus 1 inch extra, which is the length of 3 inches on fold. So after getting my 3 inches on fold, I'll go ahead to cut it out, and then the length or the width I'm using for this is actually 7 inch, then plus 1 inch, making it 8 inch for the sewing allowance. Okay, please make sure to use your wrist measurement. I used my own wrist measurement, then plus extra 1 inch. So guys, you can see it. Whatever I do in this band, I am going to do it on the other one, making it 2 bands. Make sure that each of them are on fold. Okay, so guys, you can see also I am doing the same thing on this one also. Make sure to infuse it with your collar gum. Okay, you can see I've already done that on this fabric, the same collar gum I used for my collar in my previous tutorial video for the shirt. So guys, the next thing I am going to do now is to use my pins to hold each of them down. It will help me secure this stitch. You can see I will go ahead and stitch each of the sides. I will go ahead and stitch this side and then the other side. Okay, So guys, this is it here. I'll stitch this side, then stitch the other side on half inch. Remember, I added 1 inch extra for my sewing allowance. Stitch each of them on half inch. Okay, so you can see I'll go ahead and turn it out. Please, after turning it out, make sure you use your pressing iron to iron it properly to stay very firm. Then I will get the center point of this band, as you can see on the video. Okay, then what we are going to do now is to get the center of this sleeve, that's the hem line. You can see what I am doing. Please look closely so you will not get yourself confused. So from this point right now, from this point, you know, this is the center of our sleeve. I'm going to come out by 3 inches. So after marking it, I'll go in towards the center of my sleeve by 1 inch. This is how it's going to be by the time I join it to the band. I will fold it on 1 inch. Please look closely. I will fold it like this on 1 inch. Okay, and then I'll use my pin to secure it. This place I secured with my pin. Either I weave it before infusing it into my wrist, my band, or I use hemming gum to close it up. So right now we go ahead to get the center or the midpoint of this band and then join it to the midpoint of my sleeve. You can see on the video. What I am doing right now is that from the center of this sleeve, I came out by 2 inch on both sides, because on this place I'm marking now, I am going to be putting a little dart, just to have a little dart, just the way you saw it on the red sleeve that I showed you. So I'll go ahead now to use my pin to secure it, as you can see on the video, and then stitch it from this side. Okay, that is from this side, as you can see. Okay, I'll go ahead to stitch it just exactly the way you are seeing it. This is very easy, guys. You can see I have already stitched it on 1/2 inch from the inside of my sleeve, and then you see I'll go ahead to use this other side to close it up on the right side, because this is where people will get to see by the time you wear your shirt. So I will stitch it in a close-up way. Okay, so guys, you can see how it is looking. So I will run stitch all the way to the 4 corners of this band, just to give it that perfect effect. Okay, I will run stitch. You can see how it is looking already. Look how it's looking, guys. With the help of the color gum that I infused on this band, is already looking bang. So guys, you can see how it's looking. You can see that my wrist is very small, so please make sure to use your own measurements. You can see how it's looking, guys. You can see, even though it's a bit tight on my hand. So guys, look at how, or look at where I went ahead to put my button. As you can see on the video, you can see this is just the very easy and perfect way to make this kind of shirt sleeve. I will go ahead to drop a video on shirt sleeve with cufflinks. Okay, it's also very easy. You can see that opening I created. So this place now, I am going to put in my hemming gum and then use my pressing iron to iron it down. After doing that, I will join my sleeve. As you can see, I'm joining it to my shirt, and then I'll go ahead to stitch it all the way on 1/2 inch down to the hemming line. Just here, as you can see, I'll stop like 2 inches before the curve on the hemline of this shirt. Okay, but before I do that, I'll go ahead and use bias to close up the mouth of this shirt, because it is curved. I am not going to be folding it on 1 inch. I am going to use bias. It's going to come out very perfect when you use bias. Make sure that the bias goes inside after stitching. So guys, you can see that opening effect on the sleeve. You can see it. So for me, I will go ahead to attach hemming gum to close it up. Okay, so this is the shirt. As you can see on the video, this is how it's looking already, and this is the finished look of this sleeve. You can see how it's looking so beautiful. Just in case the actual way is not really very understandable or comprehensive for you, you can use this my method. It is very easy. By the time you put on this shirt, it will also look very corporate. So I went ahead to also mark my buttonhole. So I'm using the distance of 3 inch for the buttonhole, because this shirt is not really tight, it is just firm on my body with the space of 1 inch. Okay, so I'll be marking 3 inch distance. Okay, and make sure that your button is on the left. Your button is on the left for the ladies, and then for the men, your button should be on the right. Okay, you can see how I am inserting I am marking out my button holes. Okay, so guys, this is just the perfect and easiest way. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking by, for subscribing. I am so grateful. If you have any tutorial video you wish you would love me to drop, just make sure to drop that in the comment section. Thank you. God bless you as you subscribe.